Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh here with Duran Leal. He got first place at Locals on Thursday playing Solfachord, and he's going to show us his deck.
It's actually a Solfachord Magician hybrid, kind of. I got it from Triff, but the list that he had posted was kind of just bad, so I just made it better. You play 3 Cutea. Cutea is a rota or it's a Skulkabat actually for all the Solfachords. You play a Dreamia. There's combos where you can get to just basically a Link 2, so that you have more zones, Pendulum Summon 2, where you normal summon Cutea, search her to specialer. Also later in the combo, if you didn't open this, you can summon this off of the Odd Eyes Meteor Burst, and then search this for an extender. Then you play 2 Fancia. It's just about as good as a normal summon as Cutea. The only difference is if you got access to Elegance, you'd rather have the Cutea than the Fancia. So there's like 5 normal summons in the deck. And then, so most lists like playing 3 this. I feel like you don't want to open it. You'd rather open these and then that's how you get access to it. So like this searches any spell on summon. So you normal summon the Cutea, you normally search for this, or if you want to put in the Fancy, it just sends it to the extra deck. Then I play a few more one-ofs. This being a level 7 is relevant, and its scale is also good, but it just doesn't do anything besides that. I did actually have a play where I missed that I could have just attacked over my opponent, and he ended up nibbing me because I Pendulum Summon 5. I could have just Pendulum Summon 4, and he had a set Super Poly. He would have Super Poly'd. The only target I had for him was Winda, and then I could have banished the Winda with her effect. So her effect's actually relevant sometimes. This lets you summon this. This is a form of interruption. A lot of people like playing 3 of this because it gets you access to this. This interruption's not that good. It's better going second than going first. It just destroys a card when it activates its effect on the field, a monster card. So like, I mean, and it's got to be under 2400 attack, so it's kind of just okay. Then the Magician package, I played 3 Harmonizing, 1 Celestial, 1 Purple Poison, 1 Genki, and 1 Noble Dragon. So the lists were playing the Dragon Caller because they were playing the Hieratic Sphere. I'm not playing the Hieratic Sphere, so I figured that this would just be better because if you don't have anything to do with it, you can leave it on board, and it's also an interruption. It can just quick effect negate a light monster's effect. So, and the Noble Dragon you play because after you summon this, you can summon it out off of the Needle Fiber, and then this will let you sink into the Meteor Burst to get to your level 7 to get to Odd Eyes Vortex. I think this ratio is good. I was only playing these targets, like for the Pendulum Call, because you never want to search this. So I was playing these targets, and I was not playing any other, or basically Souls was sending this, and then the rest of my combo ended up being dead, so I added in this. Yeah, Souls normally sends that. I don't think I have another target in here for it. There were times where I wanted to play another target, so I might add that in. Then we play 3 Darkworm, a Gate 0. Pendulum Call plus Darkworm is just game normally, going first or second. Then you play 3 of these to search these. And so like if you already have access to this, then I play a few more targets for this. So I play an Odd Eyes Persona and an Odd Eyes Arc Rebellion, or Arc Pendulum, I mean. So this is relevant because it also can be searched off of Duelist Alliance too, but it's just basically a high and a low scale, and that's really the only reason why I'm playing them. It's really cool too. So if you don't get access to this and you get this and you have it in scale and they out your Odd Eyes Vortex by attacking over it, you can special this from deck, and this is another form of interruption, so that's a cool play too. Then I play 3 Magician Souls. It will unbrick some hands every now and then. With this deck, though, you don't play very many spells, so you don't really get to send with it. It's just an extender, and it's a good extender, so that's why I play it. And you're already playing the level 7 spellcaster. And then one scythe. This is your going first play. This thing's busted. Dagda, I can't believe that it doesn't see more play, because this is just insane. Then for the spells, I play 3 Solfachord Elegance. This is a, hey, I always have scales card, which it's been a while since we had that in Yu-Gi-Oh, like besides Pendulum Call. So this, you just, you can normal the Kutea if you already have this in hand, add the Gracia. Then you put the Gracia in the extra deck, and you can just place 2 Solfachord cards in scale. And this card is unashable, it's unbellable, it's unhand trappable. The only thing that they can do is activate an imperm in the same column, which you almost never have monsters on board when you activate this. And then 1 Harmonia. This is nice because you can search it off the Gracia, and then later in your combo you can use it to add 1 back from hand. So this deck is really good at setting up for your second turn too. So you can add any Solfachord back from the extra deck, then you can send it with the souls after you reborn it to draw 1. And the reason why I play souls is because I play 3 Pendulum Call, which is you can only activate once per turn. I don't think Pendulum Call needs to be talked about. The card's busted, especially with Dark Worm. And then I play 2 Duelist line or 3 Duelist lines, and that's also you can only activate this card once per turn. So it's fodder to send if you open up multiples with souls. And then I play 1 Foolish and 1 Dragon Shrine. You really just want to get access to 2 monsters because you want to make the Dagda before your Pendulum summon, because a lot of times your monsters trigger it and then you get the Dagda effect off of that. And that's 42 cards in the main. Honestly, I think you could play any amount of cards in the main and it won't hurt your consistency because it's pendulums and everything's at least to scale. Then for the extra deck, I'm playing 1 Odd Eyes Vortex with the Absolute. Like, this card's going to be a staple in Pendulums forever. It's going to be rare that you see a Pendulum deck that doesn't want to summon level 7s. Then you play the Tornado Dragon. That's for after you set the Scythe, you have something to pop it with. But you don't need to have access to 2 level 4s for... I'll show you the other card in my deck here in a second. There's also times where you can end on with the other card and this. So, and then a Time Star. There's really cool plays that you can do, like you can add the souls off of this so that you have an extender basically to get to like more Link monsters basically. And this is the other card you play, is the TG Wonder Magician. So if you don't have access to the Tornado Dragon, you're almost certainly going to have access to the Needle Fiber. And then you just leave the Needle Fiber on board. And then during your opponent's turn, you can banish your Needle Fiber to summon this to pop your own Scythe. I literally won games too just because I used her effect off of that, not to pop the Scythe, but they just activated a really powerful like field spell or something. This card's pretty good. Then 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst, so you can do the Needle Fiber play, and then you can make this, and then if you had scaled the Gate 0 or the Odd Eyes Arc or the Solfachord level 7, you can special summon it from scale, or you can special summon the Kutea if you haven't normal summoned it already, and then get it searched for next turn. Like I said, this deck sets up for next turn pretty well. And then the level 8s, I play an Ignister because Ignister's busted, and if you can make it in a Pendulum deck, you want to play that. Non-targeting Shuffling is pretty good. And then a Boral Load Savage. You rarely ever make this, but when you do, it's like necessary because you've been hand trapped or something. I made it when I got super polyed, and it was very good. And then the links, I play 1 Artifact Dagda. This card is absolutely bonkers. It lets you just set your Scythe from deck. I don't know why it doesn't see more play. It's generic. It just takes 2 monsters with different names. It's insane. Then I play the other level or link 2s. Cross Sheep for the Odd Eyes Absolute. You link into this. It basically is a free link summon because you get back your souls. Needle Fiber for the plays where you tribute it to summon the Wonder Magician. If you're going into this, it's really weird because there's very few times where you don't just leave it on board, and I'm not used to that with Needle Fiber. It's normally like a stepping stone. 2, Celine. The reason why you play this is because you can reborn one of your 7s from... the reason why you play 2 is because you can reborn one of your 7s from grave, and then overlay, and then link into the Cross Sheep, and it just gets you back to the second Celine because Cross Sheep summons the souls. There's times too where you end with, like, if you make the Time Star, you'll have your Purple Poison or something engraved that you can also just bring back with this. So it comes up. And then the 4s, I played Appaloosa and Access Code. This you actually can make with, like, your full board still, and it's pretty nuts. And the whole thing about this is to set up your scythe and have protection for the interaction with the scythe, so that helps with that. And then access code because you're playing Celine, and Celine's a free access code. Now for the side is kind of weird because I normally don't play hand traps and pendulum decks, but going second, like Pendulum Call, makes it so you like don't need as many cards in hand. So I play 3 Droll and 3 Lancia. I feel like these are like lingering effects, so they're the most impactful hand traps there are, so that's why I opted to play these. 3 Dark Ruler, because going second sucks right now. It's really hard to break boards. And then for back row, I play 1 Pink, 1 Feather, 3 Lightning Storm, and a red Reboot, because we never want a Pendulum Summon into a Solemn Judgment. It's not fun. Overall, the deck performed very well. I was happy with it.
Yeah, this seems absolutely insane. Congratulations on your win, and thank you for the list.
Yep.